The American dream has been hijacked. If you are buying a newly constructed house in 2026, you are not buying a generational asset. You are buying a disposable product. Over the last 20 years, massive corporate mega builders have monopolized the housing market. To maximize their profit margins on homes that cost $500,000, they have fundamentally changed how a house is built. They use a term called builder grade, and it sounds professional, but it is an industry code word for the absolute cheapest, legally permissible materials allowed by the zoning board. They are wrapping homes in brittle plastics, gluing structural walls together with wood chips, and using synthetic plumbing that is scientifically guaranteed to leak behind your drywall. Modern houses are not built to last a century. They are engineered to survive exactly one day past the builder's one-year warranty. Today, we are exposing the builder-grade scam. I am going to show you the exact materials to avoid and the 5 pure, indestructible building materials you must demand if you want a home that will actually outlive you. This is the Forever Home whitelist. Number 1. The structural wood. When a home goes up today, the exterior walls and roof decking are sheathed in a material called OSB, Oriented Strand Board. Mega builders love OSB because it is incredibly cheap. But OSB is not real wood. It is essentially thousands of scrap wood flakes, sawdust, and chips all pressed together with synthetic adhesives. The fatal flaw of OSB is how it reacts to water. A house is an environment that breathes, sweats, and battles moisture. The second that OSB gets wet from a tiny roof leak or a poorly sealed window, it acts like a giant sponge. The edges absorb the water, the glue breaks down, and the board permanently swells and flakes apart. It loses its structural integrity and turns into soggy cardboard. If you want a house that will stand for generations, you demand CDX plywood, or you frame with real solid timber. Plywood is manufactured by taking whole continuous sheets of real wood veneer and cross-graining them. Because the wood grain runs in alternating directions, it holds a nail with a death grip. And more importantly, if plywood gets wet, it swells slightly, but as soon as it dries out, it returns to its original shape and retains its structural strength. It does not dissolve. Plywood is an honest, proven material. OSB is a corporate cost-cutting measure. Number 2, the flooring. The flooring industry has pulled off one of the greatest marketing scams of the 21st century with a product called LVP, Luxury Vinyl Plank. Walk into any flipped house or new build, and the floors will be covered in LVP. Manufacturers market it as waterproof and durable, but do not let the word luxury fool you. LVP is just thin, flexible plastic. It is a layer of PVC topped with a high-resolution photograph of wood grain, covered in a clear wear layer. Because it is plastic, it off-gases volatile organic compounds into your home's air. Under the weight of heavy furniture, the microscopic plastic locking joints snap. When the thin wear layer inevitably scratches from a dog's claws or a sliding chair, you cannot fix it. You cannot sand plastic. You cannot refinish a photograph. When LVP gets worn out in 7 years, your only option is to rip out the entire floor and throw hundreds of pounds of synthetic plastic into a landfill. The permanent solution is solid hardwood, specifically thick-milled oak, hickory, or maple. Solid hardwood is a living, breathing generational asset. Yes, it scratches, but when it does, it builds character. And after 20 years of heavy family use, you do not throw it in the trash. You rent a floor sander, strip a fraction of a millimeter off the top, apply a fresh coat of polyurethane, and the floor is literally brand new again. A solid hardwood floor can be refinished a half dozen times. It will easily last over a century, defying the disposable economy. Number 3, the exterior siding. The skin of your house is its first line of defense against UV radiation, hail, and extreme temperature shifts. Yet, modern builders default to wrapping homes in vinyl siding. Vinyl siding is nothing more than thin strips of extruded PVC plastic. It is a fragile, unstable material. In the dead of winter, the plastic freezes and becomes incredibly brittle. A single stray rock kicked up by a lawnmower or a baseball thrown by a kid will shatter it like glass. In the intense summer heat, the plastic warps and buckles. If you put a barbecue grill too close to your house, the radiant heat will literally melt your exterior walls into a drooping puddle. To build a fortress, you must reject plastic and use brick masonry or thick fiber cement siding, commonly known as hardy board. Fiber cement is a heavy, indestructible composite made from Portland cement, sand, water, and cellulose fibers. It does not melt. It does not warp in the sun. Woodpeckers and termites cannot eat it, and a rogue lawnmower rock will just bounce right off it. Best of all, it is non-combustible. In an era of increasing wildfires, fiber cement siding will not ignite. It acts as physical armor for your family. Number 4. The plumbing. The veins of your home have been quietly swapped out. For decades, plumbers have been pressured to abandon traditional piping in favor of plastics like CPVC and PEX fittings. CPVC is a disaster waiting to happen behind your drywall. Over time, the chlorine in municipal city water chemically attacks the plastic. The pipes become so hyper-brittle that a plumber simply turning a valve in the basement can send a shockwave up the line, snapping a pipe in the ceiling like a piece of uncooked pasta. And while modern PEX tubing itself is flexible and decent, mega builders cut corners by using cheap plastic insert fittings to connect the lines. Those microscopic plastic joints stress under water pressure and eventually crack, silently flooding your walls and breeding black mold for months before you ever notice. The undeniable gold standard of plumbing is type L copper. Copper is an elemental earthly metal. It does not degrade from ultraviolet light. It does not become brittle from tap water. And unlike plastic pipes, it does not leach microscopic chemical disruptors into the drinking water your children consume. Furthermore, copper is naturally biostatic, meaning bacteria cannot grow on its surface. When properly soldered by a skilled tradesman, a copper plumbing system will effortlessly outlast the mortgage you took out to pay for it. Number 5. The roof. The roofing industry operates on a massive, legally protected LIE known as the 30-year architectural shingle. These modern asphalt shingles are a cheap, disposable petroleum product. They consist of a fiberglass mat coated in asphalt and covered in mineral granules. Manufacturers put a 30-year warranty on the package, but read the fine print. That warranty is heavily prorated and almost never covers weather damage. In reality, under the brutal ultraviolet rays of the sun, the asphalt dries out, the edges curl, and a moderate 50-mile-per-hour wind gust rips them right off your roof. The average asphalt roof is rotting in a landfill in less than 15 years. The ultimate roof, the final roof you will ever put on a house, is a standing seam metal roof. This is not the cheap corrugated barn metal with exposed screws that rust out. Standing seam roofs use thick continuous panels of heavy gauge steel or aluminum. The genius of the design is in the name. The seams where the panels meet are raised above the level of the roof, and the fasteners are completely hidden underneath the metal. Water cannot physically penetrate it. A standing seam metal roof laughs at hurricane force winds. It easily sheds massive snow loads, and because it reflects radiant solar heat, it massively reduces your air conditioning bill in the summer. It is an industrial-grade shield that will protect the structure for 50 to 100 years. If you demand these 5 materials, plywood, hardwood, fiber cement, copper, and steel, you are actively rebelling against the mega builder monopolies. You are taking your wealth out of the disposable economy and putting it into physical, permanent infrastructure. But the walls of your house are not the only place the corporate world is cutting corners. The expensive machines pumping air into your home are designed to fail just as fast. If you want to see exactly why your next air conditioning unit is mathematically guaranteed to bankrupt you, and to discover the massive government Freon scam behind it, click the video on your screen right now. I will see you there.